I am considered a peculiar person because I love public scrutiny. There's something about the eyes of plenty watching and waiting for every glorious victory and every disgracing defeat that thrills me. But it hasn't always been this way. When I was a child, I used to be a very shy person. Since I had a father and mother and brother who were very active in not only my school, but my church where I spent, the two places I spent most of my childhood. Since they were very active, I was allowed to hide more than I probably should have. But then a time came where my dad decided that he was going to put on a talent show for our church. It was going to involve the youth of the church, and since I was of age, my dad decided that it would be a good idea for me to try out. So me and my brother and a couple of our friends put together a rap group, and we got a couple old instrumentals from who knows where, and we decided that we were going to write our own lyrics and put together a song and see how it goes. When it came time, we were sitting there waiting for our name to be called, anxious, hands sweaty. We got on stage, and I froze. I started to hide behind the people like I've been doing my whole life, but this time it was literally. I only came out to do my verse, and when it came to my verse time, I heard screams. People were cheering for me, especially the ladies. And, I was astounded. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know why people were cheering for me, but it made me feel good. So that became the turning point of my life, where I started to hunger to hear people applaud me and cheer for me and just like what I do, like that I actually have some importance, that I have something to say. And so then I began to keep rapping, and we went a couple of different churches and went to Arizona and just different things, and we started getting paid for it. Nice. So then I began to not only be satisfied by just rapping, so I began to speak at my church. I was asked several times to do speeches such as explaining the pastor's life, or giving a youth day sermon, or something, just whatever I could, I would take it, because I like to hear myself talk. And then after that, I just started to work in theater. I became addicted to improv. Love it. You guys should come to my show if I ever have one. I'll let you guys know. Then I became loving just the atmosphere of entertainment so much that I started working behind the scenes. I started working on lighting and sound and just anything that would help me become part of that entertainment circle. So then it kind of carried over to my life in general, where I became a more outgoing person. I wasn't scared to talk in front of people. I wasn't scared to use what I had and use my talents as a way to uplift me instead of a thing to hide. I started writing poetry. I submitted some to some publishing companies. Some of them didn't get published. One of them did. All good. As long as I realized that I don't have to hide anymore, I felt comfortable, and that's how I'm a different person now.